Ooh, I got a good one for us right now, man. Deposition of a Tyrant. So, this YouTuber filmed a traffic stop and he got arrested for filming the traffic stop, you know, big criminal. And this is the deposition for the civil case because he filed a lawsuit. And, yeah, he filed a lawsuit and this is the deposition for it. So let's see what this officer has to say for himself.
You have unlimited authority to make requests or demands on that day, on October 23rd, 2013. Did you
So
have
he asked if he has the authority to make demands.
Founded, unlimited authority to make requests and demands of Mr. Gray, such that Mr. Gray's refusal to comply or acquiesce
Unlimited demands is like, no.
with such request or demand would subject him to arrest, could subject him to arrest for resisting or disobeying you.
Yes.
I was like 16 back then.
What's going on? Good.
Get ready, idiot.
For what? I mean, detained or anything?
No, you're not being detained, but you made yourself
Good, how are
part
you?
of this traffic stop.
No, Dad, I'm observing the traffic stop.
Who are you?
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
I'm sorry?
Journalist gathering content for a story.
For a story? What kind of story?
Just a story I'm working on.
What's the name of your story? What company do you work for?
Hold on a second.
What's your name? Oh, I see. You're one of those kind of guys. Okay. Well, do me a favor.
You're one of those kind of guys. What does that mean? Ew. You know what? You know what I think I'm noticing? I think when police, like the people that like, if they weren't police officers, they'd be bums or homeless on the street, become police officers. Because what else? What other job would these people have? Like, our economy needs more like useful things for people to do than to harass like innocent people.
Stand over here in the shade,
All right.
but don't stand behind this deputy while he's conducting.
That's why I was standing more over there when you guys
Well,
pulled in.
actually, you were, sir. So stand over there, like I asked you to, so you're not behind this deputy while he's conducting business.
I'll stand over here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, so they asked him to move even though he didn't need to move, but he did it to be respectful, and they still gonna arrest him? Interesting. I thought people said just comply. What happened to just comply?
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
now you're trespassing, so they want you to leave.
Okay, you went and got her to trespass me, is that what you're saying?
I'm not asking you. I'm not going to argue
That's
or
fine,
dispute
I'm
it with
not-
you. I'm telling you, leave and leave right now.
Leave
Wait, what happened?
Ask me, is that what you're saying?
That escalated quickly.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
now you're trespassing, so they want you to leave.
He said now he's trespassing. Okay.
Okay, you went and got her to trespass me, is that what you're saying?
I'm not asking you. I'm not going to argue
That's
or
fine,
dispute
I'm
it
not-
with you. I'm telling you, leave and leave right now.
Leave and leave right now. Can I get your name and badge before I go?
Leave and leave right now.
Can I get your name and badge?
No, sir. You
Before I
leave
go?
and leave right now.
Okay. I'll tell my wife to move it. I'll move over here on the public right away.
All right, sir. That's it. I'm not telling you. You're under arrest. Back.
What? This is an insane lawsuit. He said in the description of the video that he can't even talk about the result of the lawsuit, but he said that we could find it if we do a public records. So he won the lawsuit. He got paid. I don't know how long it took for him to get it, but this is insane. What the hell? This man I've never seen where somebody complies like this and they still try to arrest him. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Put him behind your back. Go back there. Don't resist me.
They said move, he moved. They said leave, he left. And then they arrested him. What more can you do?
You don't have to tell me your name. I'm not going to ask you again.
I'm not resisting. Why am I resisting?
For obstructing justice and trespassing.
For what?
Why am I resisting?
For obstructing justice and trespassing.
For obstructing and trespassing.
Told you to leave several times. You failed to do so. He told you to leave several times.
I don't understand why you're being difficult, sir.
I'm just documenting the traffic stop.
You're not related to media. You don't have a public relations card with a media card.
Actually, I do. I'm with photography. It's not a crime.
Yes, it is a crime. Spread your feet. I'm not going to ask you. Don't pull away.
Damn, they're gonna get sued. And I think if I don't know how it works. If the officer that was on the deposition, it comes out of their pocket. I don't know. It's probably not though. It's probably taxpayers that have to pay the lawsuit.
Don't resist me in any way. Resistance will be futile and you will get hurt.
I'm not going to resist.
We'll get her. What a brave tyrant. He's so brave and strong.
If you don't tell your wife to cooperate, she'll go to jail.
Oh my God! Look what you did to my phone, man.
I didn't do that to your phone, sir. You did that to your phone.
Trying to stop.
You hold him?
I'm not going to resist. I'm fine.
I know you're not. All right, sir. Watch your back.
Okay. What's the best way to go in?
Butt first.
Butt first. Okay.
You will be booked in as John Doe. And because you're not cooperating, you'll be booked in as John Doe, and you'll sit in jail for 48 hours until they determine who you are by your fingerprint. I'm not asking you again. I've already asked you once. You want to play that whole bullshit with me? Go right ahead and do it at the jail. You can kiss my ass. That's what you can do.
How did he interfere with the traffic stop?
Well, again, it's almost 4 years ago, so I'll go off.
Oh wow! So it takes that long to get your lawsuit money? Ooh, that is a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
My best of my recollection, but
Please do.
he did something to cause Deputy Cook to stop his investigation, or he interfered somehow to cause him to stop his traffic stop to call for a backup unit. So, therefore, he interfered. That's an obstruction.
And to the best of your knowledge,
Hold on. He said he
Before
interfered
he
because he had to
interfered.
call backup because he was filming.
So, therefore, he interfered.
No. Yo, these people should not be lost. I can't believe these people decide your freedom. These people are disgusting. He thinks he's going to heaven? I don't want to go wherever he's going. I'm not going to lie to you. Wherever he's going, I don't want to go.
My recollection, but
please do.
he did something to cause Deputy Cook to stop his investigation,
He did something, which was film them.
or he interfered somehow to cause him to stop his traffic stop to call for a backup unit. So, therefore, he interfered. That's an obstruction.
And to the best of your knowledge, as you sit here today, the only thing of which you're aware, as we sit here today, that Mr. Gray did or omitted to do, that prompted Deputy Cook to call for backup was photograph and or video record Deputy Cook's traffic stop. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're not aware of Mr. Gray having done anything else to prompt Deputy Cook to call for backup. Is that right?
Correct.
And yet, your
At least he's an honest tyrant. He's an honest tyrant.
testimony is also that it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that because Mr. Gray's photography and or videography prompted Deputy Cook to call for backup, Mr. Gray committed the crime of obstructing the traffic stop. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so, again, I just want to be absolutely crystal clear. Your testimony is that Mr. Gray obstructed the traffic stop,
Yes.
and he did so by photographing and or video recording Deputy Cook?
His actions caused him to stop his traffic stop, interfered with his traffic stop, which is what the obstruction is.
And the actions to which you refer that were undertaken by Mr. Gray were photography and/or videography, right?
I'm going to assume being too close to it also, which is what made him nervous.
Being too close. Oh, they tried to, if y'all don't know, this year they tried to pass a law that says you can't be 10 feet next to him, which is obviously illegal. I'm not sure what's the outcome of that.
Your testimony was that Mr. Gray was 35 feet from him. Is that correct?
Approximately, yes.
And so by photographing and/or video recording Deputy Cook from 35 feet away, Mr. Gray committed the crime of obstructing Deputy Cook's traffic stop. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Easy lawsuit.
After arriving on scene that day, did Deputy Cook express any concerns to you about any risk of harm posed by Mr. Gray to Deputy Cook?
No. Whatever Mr. Gray was doing before I got there caused concern to Deputy Cook, which is why he called for backup.
And Deputy Cook, in calling for backup, conveyed the basis for his concern to you, right?
Yes.
And the basis for his concern was that Mr. Gray was taking photographs, right?
Yes.
Deputy Cook didn't convey any other details to you about what Mr. Gray was doing, right?
I don't think he did, yes. Correct.
Okay. You asked Mr. Gray to move closer to the building.
Yes.
What happened next?
I made contact with the director or manager of the building and asked her if she wanted him removed from the property.
And what did she say?
Yes.
Oh, that was him in the video. Okay.
And what did she say?
Asked her if she wanted him removed from the property.
Oh, so he was the asshole in the video. Oh, I thought he was like just like the chief of police or somebody else. Damn. So he went up and asked, do you want him removed from the property? So he instigated a trespass. That's even worse than I even thought. What a dickhead.
And asked her if she wanted him removed from the property.
And what did she say?
Yes.
And what did you do then?
I went back and talked to Mr. Gray and told him now he's trespassing and he had to leave the property.
Did Mr. Gray exit the private property onto and enter the right-of-way?
Yes.
And did he do that prior to you arresting him?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I arrested him on the right of way in front of this traffic stop.
So when you effected the arrest, you and Mr. Gray were on the right-of-way.
Yes.
Is it your understanding that Mr. Gray committed a crime by leaving his van in the parking lot after you issued him a warning to leave?
I believe it was part of the trespass crime, yes.
So someone can be subject to arrest not only by refusing to leave after having been issued a trespass warning, but also by leaving property, personal property like a van, on
A
someone
good lawyer is very important. Shout out to this lawyer. It's probably what helped him win the lawsuit.
else's property after having been issued a trespass warning. Is that your understanding of the law?
No, I don't think just leaving personal property on someone else's property is a crime. I think if you're trespassing and you're told to get in your van and leave, and you just walk away and leave your van with your wife and kid in it, that's part of that element for that particular incident.
Wait, what?
That and you're told to get in your property is a crime. I think if you're trespassing and you're told to get in your van and leave, and you just walk away and leave your van with your wife and kid in it, that's part of that element for that particular incident.
And I want to make sure I understand you.
Okay.
Okay. Your testimony is that even if he had immediately departed the property and proceeded onto, say, the right-of-way, but still left his van in the parking lot, he could have still been subject to arrest for trespassing after warning because of the fact that he left his van in the parking lot.
Not just because he left the van in the parking lot.
Why else then?
I guess the question would be, why leave your van with your child and your wife in it when you could just get in the van and take the van, your property, off of the property that you're being trespassed from and alleviate the problem? I guess that would be the question.
It's not the question.
Well, I mean, I know it's not the question, but to answer your question is no, it's not a crime to just leave property somewhere.
Okay. And that is the question.
Okay, yes.
My question is,
No, that's not a crime to just leave it there.
it's only a crime if he refuses to remove his person
Yes.
from private property.
So it's part of the trespass crime, but then now we go back to the obstruction crime. If I tell him, take your van and your wife and your child and leave this property that you're being trespassed from verbally, and you refuse to do that, now doesn't that go back to now he's not complying with that? I mean,
And I want to make sure I understand.
So they like using. So he just admitted that that officers use obstruction if you don't do what they say. If you don't do what they say, basically, if you don't do what they say, then you're obstructing.
if he would have just left, problem would have been solved.
Okay.
But he didn't leave, and now he won a lawsuit. So fuck you. Who got the last laugh at the end of the day?
But he didn't want to leave.
Correct.
He wanted to photograph the traffic stop, right?
Right, which we told him he could.
Yeah.
And we told him where he could do that, but he didn't want to do that either.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he moved when y'all said to move. Or did he not move? Or is my memory bad? Did y'all see that too?
And you told him that he could do that closer to the building, right?
Yes.
Closer to the private property,
Yes.
further into the private property from which you then
Trespassed in front.
trespassed in front.
Correct.
Right.
I believe if he would have complied and gone up on the sidewalk by the building to video all the video he wanted or photographs, there would have been no situation. I believe if after he was told he was trespassing, if he would have got in his van and drove away, there would have been no situation. I believe if he didn't get out and walk into the grass there and cause some kind of fear or some kind of concern with Deputy Cook, I wouldn't have even had to come to the scene. So if he would have just, I don't want to say, if he would have just been a nice guy and if I said, hey sir, can you just go stand up there and take all the video you want? But he didn't want to. He wanted to prove his point, and here we are.
If he had been a nice guy,
Yes.
you told him that he can kiss your ass, right?
No, I didn't tell him that.
You didn't say that?
I said it, but I didn't tell it to him. That was after the fact. That was his recording still going.
Okay. But Mr. Gray was the guy who was not a nice guy that day.
That is correct.
Okay.
The time is 12:42. That concludes.
What a dickhead. Oh my god. This is the biggest dickhead officer I might have ever seen in my life. Holy shit. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that, but damn. America.